And we're live. The SMB Comedy Podcast. Live from Lake Worth, Florida.
Woo!
It's the Christmas edition.
Oh, no.
Merry Christmas.
There you go. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy holidays,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas.
And I am Greg.
I'm Jesse. And
And
join.
I'm Scott. Oh.
I was going to. No, go ahead.
No,
go
no,
right
no,
ahead.
my
No, I
bad.
forgot you hadn't introduced yourself yet. Go right ahead, Scott. Are you going to introduce our guest?
No, well, we have a very good friend of mine, Stoner number 6.
Stoner number 6.
Stoner number 6.
Which one am I? Am I
Hey,
number
man.
3? Oh, I'm sorry. I
Well-
didn't mean to introduce.
That's all right.
Sorry, Stoner.
That's all right.
Oops. Anyways,
And,
it is the Christmas edition.
It is. And I guess the reason why I should tell you the Stoner number 6 story.
I suppose that's a good place to start. How did you get the name?
Well, that was Mark's role in the movie A Christmas Story.
No shit.
Stoner number 6.
Really?
Yes.
So it's like
In the parade.
Okay.
It was Stoner Beatnik number 6, but we didn't want to fucking be like, Stoner Beatnik number 6. Well, how do you
It's too
feel
much.
about, Obama? Well, I hate Obama. But, so, anyway, tell the story, everyone. Introduce yourself, by the way.
I'm Stoner number 6. And
Do you introduce is that just your name from now on? You introduce everyone, yourself to everyone as Stoner number 6? That's it?
pretty much.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
Stoner-
awesome.
Stoner number 6.
He's the most famous person we've ever had on the podcast, so that is for sure.
Am
yes.
I? Really?
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
like royalty.
Yes.
Special guest star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Scott, you got any shows coming up in the future you want to plug for?
Well, we're doing the Funky Buddha this weekend, the
In
the
Buddha?
19th, 18th.
was it a
see.
special Christmas show?
It is on the 19th, yeah,
The
Saturday.
19th,
The late show,
Saturday
10
night.
o'clock.
10 o'clock, come on out and come see Jesse and myself and see Greg, but he's not going to be there.
He won't show up. Great.
Stoner number 6 said he's going to be there.
Oh, shit.
I might be there.
He
he'll
might
come
be
to-
there. He's like, whoa, no, I'm not going to commit to that on air.
The
But,
celebrity is already coming to our show, and our third member
Yeah.
never shows to any of our shows.
Is it really like that?
kind of is.
Is that what it's
He
coming
always
down
has
to
something
now?
planned. He's like, hey, man. I'm like, he asked me one week. Hey,
I
man,
had it planned
He
beforehand.
goes, send me your schedule. I said to him, he's like, oh, damn, I'm going to Africa for a month. I won't be able to hit any of those
It's
shows.
so weird you would plan a show that month
Yeah.
out of all the months.
It was February, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
is that
told
why you went back to Africa?
Yeah, I was like, I'm busy February. I have to go back to the motherland. So
Oh.
Germany?
do my yes. That's the fatherland. Yes. So it's one of those things where you got a schedule and you got to stick to it. So is that it? The Funky Booty Show? You guys doing any other holiday shows?
I have a couple of Friday. I'll be at Fort Lauderdale at the Shade Post. We will both be doing a show in Pompano Beach on January 1st, but I forget it's a new place and I forget the name of the place. To be honest with you,
slipping.
just heard about that this week, but I
Oh,
forget
but
the name of the
I'm
place.
sure you'll post it on.
I will. Yeah, I'll put it up.
So
There's a
Yeah.
few other things here and there, but those are the first things that come to mind.
okay, well,
Anyways,
all right. Well, I guess we'll move right along. Scott Weiland died. We forgot to talk about
Yeah.
that last week. I was upset.
and moving right along.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have to say this. Stoner number 6 is a huge STP fan,
Oh,
Huge fan.
really?
Huge fan.
especially Scott Weiland.
Oh,
Did it-
I don't know about that.
He,
I was gonna say, did it come as a surprise to you?
he reminded
Yeah.
him of a young Bowie.
It's unfortunate.
These things happen, but no surprise.
Well, I'll say this about STP.
Core was actually the first CD cassette disc I ever bought. Actually,
Really?
Yeah, the
You
first-
fucked up.
well, no, because they were new at the time. Well, actually, not new. They'd been out for probably 15 years, but my parents didn't get stuff until later. So people were on iPads and stuff like that, and I finally got a compact disc player. So I was like,
I got them from that BMI music or whatever.
Yeah.
That music
yeah,
thing.
Columbia
Like,
House.
12
Yeah.
for a penny.
Yeah, for a penny.
Exactly.
Anybody ever pay for one of those CDs?
No,
Ever?
no, not at all.
Well,
That's like the most boneheaded thing ever. Like, we're just
Yeah.
gonna give you 20 free things
Yeah.
and then hope you pay us.
I don't. That's how I got my CD collection.
is it really?
Exactly. Oh, absolutely.
Actually,
I
if you
never
think
did
about
it.
it, that was probably one of the cool. Like, imagine how much music that opened people up to. Because there were a lot of bands I had heard like a little bit of on MTV or something.
Is that the kid from fucking Tool Time?
No, that's Scott
no one
Weiland.
can. No one
I
can
know,
see that.
I know, but what's the, Tool Time? What's his name?
Home Improvement.
Yes.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor Thomas or
no,
something like
it looks
that.
like the other brother.
Oh, Oh, okay. Yeah.
The one no one cares about.
Yeah.
Even when the show was on.
Yeah.
He had to be good at sports.
that was his thing.
It was very. Well, I forget what you were saying, Greg.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
I don't know. You were in the middle of. You were telling the story.
We're rolling with the flow. So, Palm Beach County decriminalized marijuana up to
Only slightly behind.
20 grams. Yeah, you told me that, and it's kind of like it took the wind out of our sails. You know?
Oh, well, I'm not proud of it because it took us way longer to do it than it should have. But
still,
it needed to be. It's not. It was like 2 months ago when it happened
slowly
in
but
Broward.
surely,
So.
that's the creeping kind of like this isn't a big deal. Let's not like waste so many resources on it. So. It's
How do you feel about that stoner number 6? You got to be happy about that.
I love that.
I thought you might.
I'm covered.
Yeah, right. You're like, that's 20 grand. That's a lot. Like, to where you're like, I don't even know what that ends up being.
It kind of sucks because you get arrested and they take your shit.
Yeah,
and then you got to go to jail.
Yeah, it's like, can it be
Now
one or the
they
other?
just
Why is it
are
got to
like,
be
look,
both, man?
We're gonna take your shit and then charge you $100 and hope they didn't float you this shit.
You're like, do I get more weed for that?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, if I pay the fee, do I
yeah.
get the weed back? Yeah.
Well, you feel like you should. You're like,
Can I-
wait, so you take my weed and I pay you?
Yeah.
This is the opposite of
This
the way
is
it's supposed
criminal.
to work. But yeah, the baby steps. So I figured we had that medicinal marijuana thing fail not too long ago, and everyone knew what that was. It's just like one step in.
It's Florida.
Come on, recreational.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
You got to inch it in. You can't just cram the whole thing in there.
Right. Well, and now they just had a thing in Washington where you sent the story about have you never heard of ayahuasca? It's a it's basically DMT, which is like dimethyltryptamine.
You mean you don't know, Greg?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's something like some thing your brain produces or whatever, but it'll give you like a serious like otherworld trip for like 15 minutes. But this ayahuasca stuff, what it does is
Smoke it.
They
put it in
DMT,
tea in
you
this,
can
actually.
smoke it, but the stuff that they're doing in this church is like some spiritual church.
Yeah.
They're doing
In Washington.
a whole
Really?
for religious purposes. They're doing
That's what
it.
they say.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when the people are like, we use peyote but this is like more new age
Man,
people.
peyote. Where do you get peyote?
In the
desert.
southwest.
I have
Yeah.
never went. No one's ever been like, "Hey Scott, would you like to try?"
Want to go
something
to Arizona?
Peyote?
Peyote?
No, I just was like, "Is it fucking real?"
Yes,
Because I mean,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I have a better chance of bumping into Jim Morrison than I do of bumping into someone going, "Hey man,
If
I
you
got
did,
some peyote."
I was going to say if you did,
Would
he'd
you like
probably.
Would you like to try it?
Well, now you got new stuff though. You got bath salts, Mr. Smiley.
I don't want that shit. I would like some fucking peyote though.
You don't want some
I never heard of
some
someone-
stuff cooked up in a lab in China.
Yeah, I never heard of someone getting all crazy on peyote. I heard him joining the spirit world.
There's
But,
plenty of people that got
let-
crazy on.
I think that's the
spirit
idea
world.
of peyote. That's why you do it in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, that sounds safe.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the whole thing. When they said this, I'd heard about this for a while, and I was like, oh well, the only place you could usually do ayahuasca was in some place like in like Central or South America, and I'm like, I'm not going to some fucking like other kind. Like I'm already like apprehensive about like like leaving the state. I'm not even like just like getting on a plane and like okay, another country. I'm like shit.
Washington from Florida is kind of another country.
Yeah.
Washington
I've been
State's
to California,
awesome.
and it is.
Yeah, it's a different kind of place.
Yeah, but it's still at the same time. It's still within like the United States. So I'm like, okay,
Barely.
like, yeah. So I can rely upon some kind of like out plan if like shit goes awry. And
Outside of like Alaska or Hawaii, you couldn't be further away from South Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
right. Yeah. Well, it's still, but at the same, if you've ever been in California, like the Los Angeles area, if you look at it, it's a lot like around here, except you can see mountains. Like there's all these stupid little shopping plazas, and the only difference is they have no parking anywhere. They have like a giant store. It's the same size as a regular Publix, but with half the parking.
Yeah.
That is the deal in California. Like there's so many people
like
here.
8 times as many
Real
people.
estate is prime.
Yeah. So
They don't even have any fucking water.
yeah. Well, that's because
Well,
it's
that's
a
like
desert.
renting a place like my little tiny studio I'm always telling you guys about would be like, totally normal there. You know what I mean? Like here, I get like mocked for it, mainly
people,
by myself.
People are
but-
sharing shitters, like, and they're making like hundreds of $1,000s.
Oh
Like,
yeah. They'd be like, "Wow, you have a
Like-
300 square foot apartment?
Right,
That's
right.
fucking awesome."
Here, I got like 3 bathrooms. I'm like, no, you shit over there. This is my own spot. Like you don't get that stuff there for under like $500,000. Like,
Yeah.
and even the places that are there, it's all old school. Like Like you can kind of live in California without air conditioning, and that's why all the houses there. Well, the thing
Northern
is,
California
all the
definitely
houses there. That's why there's more houses there than there is in Florida, because air conditioning like came online around the 50s, like in mainstream, and that was this like the point in which people were like, okay, now you can live in Florida, and at that point,
no one lived here before that.
Yeah, right. So a lot of the houses here are from
Makes
the 50s.
sense.
Yeah, they're
There's
from
all the tribes,
They're
yeah.
from the 50s. So even there, when you go to like,
the
this place fucking sucked, man. Like before, can you imagine? Like you guys have been here when the hurricane, the power goes out. What is it like? Is it not the fucking worst thing and like on the entire planet?
Did you go outside today? It's fucking December 16th. It was 90 degrees outside today.
It hasn't been cold for but one day.
It wasn't cold one
Yeah.
day so far this
No,
year.
it was like
it's supposed to be cold Saturday.
fuck it, they're lying,
I'm
man.
gonna wear my long johns.
I heard that yesterday, and then it was 90 today. I was like, well, we'll see.
It
how
rained
that
for like a week and a half, and I was like, "What the fuck is this, man?" It was pissing down rain, and you're like, "There's no cold."
Yeah.
And right after, it was like, "It's gonna get a little bit cold," and then like goes right back to fucking.
Jack Frost came with some heat.
Yeah.
Take this, fuckers.
You're gonna welcome to your 95-degree Christmas.
Yeah.
Enjoy living in Florida.
Yeah,
It's what you get. It's what you deserve.
Yeah.
So
I know we're bitching about this. It's fucking.
I know, people are like,
85
fuck,
degrees,
It's
dude.
actually warm everywhere this
Yeah.
year. Actually, this year's everywhere is warm.
Yeah, I saw pictures from up north, like in New York, and there was and it was all green. The grass
Yeah.
wasn't. I was like, is it really warm up there? Like, what's up? My sister was like, yeah, I've been here for a couple of weeks without a jacket. Like, it was colder when you went up there in October. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Dude,
It's crazy.
pretty soon, dude, the goblins are gonna come and
Goblins.
eat all the bad people.
What is that from?
I don't fucking know.
Oh,
man.
just all
That's
right.
what I think.
Who
is
gets to
gonna happen.
determine who's the bad people?
Okay.
Fucking the goblins, motherfucker.
Where do they come from?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
They just start coming out of crevices in the earth.
Man, that shit really.
I was gonna say we didn't have a talk shit get hit segment of the week, but maybe this could be it. Slap the shit out of Scott.
I was just joking. You guys make things too
Oh,
analytical,
man.
man. Sometimes it's just
We have
go.
questions.
Why are you looking into things? So
Yeah.
much?
Why are you doing research, bro?
Oh, okay. So talk shit, get hit. No, wait.
Oh no, I don't think we had one this week.
We don't have one.
No, I was.
He's searching. He's like, oh shit. He
Hold on.
Googled talk shit get hit.
Oh, never mind.
Did someone already have our segment?
Nah, we'll keep going.
Okay.
fuck is that?
Yeah.
Keep on.
What was the
moving.
next story?
The town rejects solar panels that would suck
Oh,
up
yeah.
all the energy from the sun.
I wonder why. We're not gonna let.
No,
the
no,
technology
Where was
ban
this?
us.
This is Florida?
Our North Carolina town council approved a sweeping moratorium on solar panel development after residents expressed fears that solar panels cause cancer and drain the sun's energy, which would leave their town dark and devoid of plant life.
I just think this shows such arrogance as far as on top of stupidity, but just like to think that like the sun is massive and like it supplies energy for the entire universe,
Right.
and you think that your little house in fucking some hills in North Carolina is gonna soak up all the energy from the sun. It's just like it's just mind blowing.
Well,
it's so
I'll
dumb.
have you know.
Wait 1 second. There's only one person that can make sense of this. That's stoner number 6. Stoner number 6, please.
Yeah, what's
Make
up?
sense of these hillbillies.
What's up with them solar panels eating up all the energy?
What town would that be?
That's in North Carolina, Woodland Town Council.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's in North Carolina.
How many people
There's
live
like
there?
4
400.
people there,
Yeah.
or-
Oh no.
It's one
no.
family.
Well,
one
no,
family lives there.
I'll have you guys know. They had a meeting in a Woodland Town Council or whatever, and during the meeting, a retired science teacher raised concerns that photosynthesis, which depends upon sunlight, would not happen and it would keep the plants from growing. That's what she said.
When did she retire?
Yeah, she's attempted to substantiate her claim,
Element.
adding observed areas near solar panels where the plants are brown and dead because they did not get enough sunlight. Yeah, so that's so when I looked into it, it was actually something to do with they already have 3 solar plants in the town, so they just don't want another one.
Oh, so
Yeah.
they're not just buffoons.
Well, I think they are buffoons,
Oh.
but they also like are. It's not a complete.
They had the right idea, but for the wrong reasons.
It's not a complete ban, but they're like hold the fuck up, all right?
Fuck those solar bands.
I like just
So,
going on pretending they're morons.
Speaking of Christmas presents, the hoverboards. Amazon tells customers get
Did
rid
they
of
come out with them now just because of the Back to the Future thing?
No, if they're
They've
not
been
really
trying since Back to
really
the
like
Future.
hoverboards.
They just happened to release it now, the year that it was supposed to be now, Back to the Future in part 2. Come
Maybe
on.
they rushed it a little.
Have you ever seen
Get it
them?
out
That's
in
why
time.
they got those cheap parts. Continue, Greg.
Well, the hoverboards that I'm talking, it's sort of like a Segway, but it's like a little bar that you stand on and you lean forward and backwards. So I guess there's risk to 500,000 people who receive Christmas gifts, and could be.
Isn't that what that guy drove around the mall?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
That's
mall
a
cop.
Segway, yeah.
Mall cop.
Yeah, it's
Segway.
like
Yeah.
it's like
Segway.
one, except it's
Exactly.
just like a little bar with two wheels
How do you
that you
feel
put
about
on your
Segways,
feet.
Stoner number 6?
I wish I had one.
Yeah, all right. He approves.
Well, how do you
Do
feel
they have
about
like all-terrain Segways?
Yeah, that's the
know.
guy that invented the Segway. He fell off a cliff.
Oh, I know he died
On the
riding one.
Segway?
That's awesome. Yes.
Yeah, on the Segway.
it
on
was
the,
I
great.
can
On the
do
Segway?
anything.
on the all-terrain Segway.
I believe that was one of the first episodes I did. We talked about
Oh,
that.
did we?
Yes,
okay,
that was
All right,
awesome.
We're rehashing old material.
Yeah.
Well, it
That's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
This is
It's
podcast.
funny.
No one was listening then either.
I wasn't even listening. Anyway, hey, listen. Can I just say something? I got an idea.
Is it
for
going to be better than the last one?
Well, I mean, since it's a Christmas episode, I feel like you guys should be, very giving and let me get a story in for once.
For once?
Yeah.
Right,
well, this
because we've
isn't-
been keeping you from
I was going to say,
telling
this is normally
stories.
the when the show has a downturn.
Listen, this isn't even a story. This is just an idea. I think we should all tell. You guys do Secret Santa?
Secret Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't celebrate Christmas.
Yes, Secret Santa's
Actually,
bullshit.
Well, I had a thing today where it was like 2 days before.
You have to buy somebody a gift.
Yeah, maybe they put it in the
Fuck
email.
that shit.
You want Secret Santa?
No, I hate Secret Santa.
But
I
then
always
they
get
So
fucked
how do
on
you win?
Secret
How do you
Santa.
win? I was going to say.
they
Wait,
get
you get a gift you can fucking use.
yeah.
Normally you get a
They're like
gift. that you
$5
end
gifts. What do they give you? Like a roll of
up-
toilet
Dude,
paper or
no,
something?
There's like sometimes it's like a $50 fucking limit.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like, hey
Well,
man, you don't got to get something great, but you got to get something nice.
You're like ballers, man.
Yeah. Well.
Anyways, continue on.
I like how they never don't tell you. They're like,
Well, you guys don't have any horror stories from that?
No.
You just never celebrated the shit.
no. Actually,
I never had a Secret Santa thing though, but I
Yeah.
just in general I haven't celebrated Christmas in 15 years.
Family.
Oh, you did it with your
It's
family?
family. I've had
Shit,
that.
our family expected everyone to get an individual gift. Fuck
Uh,
that.
well,
You
that-
guys
actually-
ain't getting shit no more.
Oh, see, now you know why I don't
Fuck
celebrate Christmas.
you.
man.
Actually, that's what my family did at one point. Like, my mother was just like, "Listen, nobody get it any."
Yeah.
She was like, "I'm sick of all this tchotchke bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
we're just like fucking buy whatever you can
Yeah.
the day before." She's like, "No more." She was like, "Just buy it for the kids." Like,
Yeah.
which is like 2 of them.
Well, see,
So she was like, "Just buy for them, and then the rest of you, like, you can just go fuck off."
well, see, that's even that plan wouldn't work for me because there's I have 8 brothers and sisters,
It's gotta be like,
and then they
stay
each have
away
like
from
5 kids and shit. So even if it's just
Oh.
this is why I just withdrew from Christmas. I
Stay
mean,
away
like
December
15 years ago.
11th to January 28th.
I'm the ghost.
Because I want to. Not only do you not want to be there beforehand, like anywhere close to you, but also after the fact.
Yeah, exactly.
You want them to forget about it. You're not going to show up like on New Year's. You're going to be like, "Where were you at Christmas?" They got to forget.
Well, Stoner number 6. Tell us one of your fucking Christmas Secret Santa horror stories.
I haven't had any.
You always had a good experience?
I've never had
You've never done it? Are you a Jehovah's Witness?
No.
Oh.
Oh, that's what I should have said.
I guess you always worked
Could've
around a
gotten
bunch
out
of
of it.
dudes.
I never did it at work.
Yeah, dudes
Well,
don't
that's where
buy
you do
presents
it.
for each other.
Do it for
Ah, yeah.
family. If
Wait,
there's
wait a
big
second.
family.
Wait, go back to another beginning now. You're telling me this is a bunch of guys that we're doing
No,
this?
no, but he
I
was
said
saying
that's
that.
why.
Oh.
He was like, "That's why." Well, no, but and then I just thought of that. Like, I was like, I've never really done the Secret Santa thing, and I pretty much
I worked
always
at a
worked
fucking
around all
hospital,
dudes.
man.
Yeah.
Well, no, I just got confused for a second when that was thrown out there. I was like, that
Yeah.
changes everything.
You
At
think
work,
I-
I've never done that.
You think I was thinking like, oh my God, it's Marjorie's birthday?
Are you doing Secret Santa at work or?
No, I don't do that shit. I hate
Oh.
doing it. I stopped doing it fucking
You sure?
15 years ago. I did it like 3 times in my life.
Yeah.
Once when I was in 3rd grade. I remember I bought these cool-ass G.I. Joe men.
Uh,
There was 2 of them in the back.
you got the fucking
And
shaft.
I wanted the shit. I was like, yo, man. If I
You bought the gift you wanted? That
Right.
was never going to happen, bro. That was never going to
I was
happen.
That's
thinking,
what
like,
you-
maybe I'm just not going to give it in. Maybe I'm just going to keep it and not participate. But, so I did it anyway because I thought I might win. But no, I got this fucking big, long, fucking rectangular object. I open it up, It's a fucking candle. I was like, what
No
the
way.
fuck?
Actually-
I was in 3rd grade.
This
man.
would set up Scott for disappointment for the rest of his life.
I got a fucking candle. So I remember I wanted to cry because I was like, this couldn't be any fucking worse. And I was thinking I was standing by the slide.
Wait,
I'm
was
like,
it a scented candle?
It was a fucking long fucking like Jesus candle.
Oh no, even worse.
Yeah, and I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm not even allowed to play with matches. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna fucking roll it down the fucking slide?
You know what's the worst is that was just laying around their house.
And I know I totally got fucked in a
I need
regift.
something for school.
Yeah. Here.
This is appropriate
As
for a
they're on the door.
9-year-old, right? So I told the teacher, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Oh my God.
I can't.
This
play
is
with
appropriate.
I can't play with matches. And she's like, what is this? And I was like,
Here's a.
I don't fucking know what it is.
Here's a lighter and a fucking hairspray.
Yeah. The kid's name was Philip Morris. Fuck you, Philip Morris. You fucking ruined my Christmas.
Forever.
Motherfucker, man. I'll never forgive that motherfucker. This is why I shouldn't
His
drink.
best friend Joe Camel. Fuck you, Philip Morris. Joe Camel.
That was your best story of the year, Scott.
Oh,
my goodness. That's so funny.
fuck Philip Morris.
You know what? You know what you reminded me of?
What's that?
Actually, I did do a Secret Santa at work, and the last time I did it, I got a fucking candle.
No.
if you get a candle for Secret Santa, you fucking you deserve
got the
like
lamest
yeah
gift ever.
you deserve for your
Oh, fuck apricot. Man, fuck.
apricot. I'm
You know-
allergic. Is it
Yeah.
even made out of real apricots?
Oh, fucking A. Dude, like, this happened 3 times to me. One
Candles?
time, listen, no.
Candles?
My grandfather used to own a restaurant. My grandfather used to own a restaurant when we lived in New York.
What kind?
And
Italian?
yeah. And he was a professional athlete, so he'd kind
What
of
do you
like
play?
he was a boxer. And he was kind of a big deal. He wasn't anybody special, like in the sports
Well,
world, but he was like
Was he kind of a big deal, or was he nobody special?
he was a BMOC around there. But
Okay.
probably in the rest of the world
Hey,
nobody,
punch your face in. How about that?
yeah, he would. Fucking. So we went to this Christmas.
I don't think it has to be a really great boxer. Just punch your face in. Like that's pretty much how it goes with boxers. We're like, yeah, he lost a couple fights, but he also knows how to box. Like you get your face punched in. That's pretty
Yeah,
much.
he probably would have fucked you up. But so
How old is he now?
95.
Oh man, he might still fuck me up. Then never mind.
Nah, I don't, he probably has no hate in his heart. But he hates snitches. But so we went to his party. He had this party,
Okay.
and fucking
You had to be your Secret
was-
Santa party.
it was just, Santa was there, dude. It wasn't Secret
Yeah?
Santa, but it's
Real
still-
Santa
I
was
thought
there?
we were
He
talking
was
about.
supposed to be at the time. I'm like 4 years old.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So I'm,
no,
this
he's 4.
This is Santa.
Okay.
This is fucking real
Right,
shit.
you were 4.
So
Right.
Santa's there, and he gives me the gift. I'm like all happy, and my cousin got the gift behind me. And I remember he opened his up, and he got a fucking cool dinosaur, Play-Doh dinosaur.
Oh no.
I was like, that shit is cool.
And you got a
I
candle?
opened up my shit, no. And I got a red fucking purse.
Oh.
I fucking
What?
dude. I got a fucking red purse.
You're wishing you had that candle, didn't
I
you?
fucking flipped out, dude. I was like, and my dad was like, "It's all right, it's all right." He made a mistake. I'm like, he thinks I'm a girl. I gotta cut this fucking Joey Lawrence haircut now. It's not fucking cool. It's not cool. I told you, Aunt Nell.
No, nice.
Yeah, that was.
Oh
like,
my god, that's
I was-
that's a fucking amazing story,
dude. That's a true fucking story, dude.
Because
my
I can
cousin
imagine.
was like-
oh.
He was there to laugh. Oh, that's terrible.
Like, 'cause that's
Laughing
just
and
serious. Like, you're how old are you?
I
You're
was like 4.
oh, it's brutal.
I was like, he
It's
thinks I'm a
fucking-
girl.
Fucking
Said
brutal.
I'm not a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Because you'd be that young and then you open it up and then
I thought he was gonna fuck up. He's gonna fucking bring a bunch of girl shit to my house now.
oh, that's like
I'm gonna get a bunch of chick gifts.
Barbies.
No. That's what I was worried about. Like, I don't want fucking none of those shit.
You would have had a great collection because you would have never opened them. So like they'd probably be worth a lot of money now, man. He was probably trying to do you a
Yeah.
favor.
right.
My luck, I would have.
Why did I open the box?
Don't smell the feet.
Why do they have?
That's disgusting.
Which one? Speaking of kids, cocaine homework assignment angers middle schoolers' parents. So,
Cocaine. That sounds like stoner number 6's forte.
Are you familiar with what stoners are?
Well, no. He is a dabbler.
Ah, I see.
Dabbler in recreational.
Experimenter number 6.
I don't even know that. I'm just putting like, I know you smoke weed and you saw the Neverending Story 4 times, so you
Oh, I've
probably
seen
do
Neverending
coke.
Story probably.
Yeah, well, you do coke.
I do?
No, I'm just joking.
Well, a Keller ISD teacher sent. Where's this fucking? I don't know. Sent home an assignment titled "The Cocaine Trade from the Field to the Street" with a 6th grader, and his parents are upset. I can't imagine.
It's important to know.
Why?
Why would-
So
What was it? It was.
There's
it
no
was a
such thing as
homework
bad
assignment.
knowledge.
The
Can we-
cocaine trade from the field to the street. And the parents said, I walked by and noticed in big bold letters across the front of his assignment, it said cocaine.
And it immediately caught my attention.
It says his 11-year-old son missed a few days of school. Let's see.
started doing cocaine.
Hold on. I feel like they're giving my kid a diagram of how to become a drug sequence because they were like, follow the sequence. It says, Pick says he was going over his son's makeup homework for science class and came across the assignment in a section for following a sequence.
Did it include the part when they either go to jail or end up dead?
Oh
Did it
my
include
God,
that part?
this sequence was, it didn't say, but I like the fact they're like, here's how you become a drug dealer. So the assignment lists the step of drug trade from the cartel to the street dealer. Why? Why would you do that?
Again, there's no such thing as bad knowledge. I'll repeat that.
They went to so they said it's like that's like Dare when they had you like, this is weed, this is cocaine. Like, I would have never known what any of that stuff was. I don't think half
You
of the
would
people
have eventually.
Oh well,
Well, you
he's-
didn't. You had. You had. He had that sheltered life.
Did
That's
they
right.
show you the movies?
Yeah,
in
yeah,
school?
it was all absurd. The whole thing. You know, the effect it has is you would be like, oh, this is really, really bad. And then like a couple years later, people are like, fuck those guys.
They lied to me about everything.
Parents are lame. And then once you get to
Reefer
that part, it's like,
madness,
yeah.
man.
So,
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
like as soon
hilarious.
as the parents are telling you that this is bad, don't ever do this. Whatever you do, they're sort of like that movie. What is it? What's the one movie with it's like a parody of Johnny Black or whatever.
Johnny Black, huh?
John.
Wild, Greg.
Johnny.
I've never heard you
fucking
describe
Black.
something
The-
so poorly.
The country singer.
Johnny Cash?
Johnny Cash. Okay, so
John Black.
the Man in Black. That's what I was thinking. Johnny Black. So they had that. I totally lost my train of thought. No. All right.
Walk the line. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, walk
movie?
the line. Yeah, where they have that guy Tim Meadows, and he's just like,
Oh,
"Don't do drugs,
Oh,
man."
Walk Hard.
Yeah, walk
I
hard.
love that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, "Don't do this, man. If you smoke this, it's gonna make you feel great. And
Yeah.
You're gonna love
You're gonna
everything."
forget all your problems.
Yeah,
You're gonna be
yeah.
smiling all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
time.
exactly.
You
That's
don't want any part of this shit.
Exactly. That's basically what Dare was. Thank you for bringing that back for me. And,
Once I knew what the fuck you were talking about.
Wait. Can we get Stoner number 6 opinion
Oh, of course.
On weed?
Yes. On what?
on weed? That's what we're talking about, right?
Among
Among other-
Can we get your opinion on weed,
Yeah,
man?
On weed, man.
My opinion on weed?
Yeah. Should it be legal
I would say
or not
it should be
legal?
legal.
How
I don't
come?
see anything wrong with it. It's very medicinal, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's-
Jimmy Carter just cured his brain cancer with weed.
Listen,
Plenty of people have smoked weed.
Yeah.
And,
Jimmy
I
Carter.
would say the majority.
Yeah.
you know,
And we're all still here.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you
We're
know.
probably a little better off.
So I approve.
All right.
That's one of the things. Do you think?
Send it into the Congress.
Do you think we're better off, or do you think it's one of those things where they're like, if you do these drugs, like then you're like you won't live up to your full potential?
If
I think
that's-
you can reach your full potential
If
on
that's
some
the
drugs.
truth, then fucking, you could say the same thing for any medication or anything.
Actually, there's money to be made.
Yes.
So-
Absolutely.
Oh man, have
You
you
can't-
have you been to Colorado?
There's also-
And
Oh,
where-
yeah.
and
Oh, you went there?
I went to
Is
Colorado.
it not amazing? Those people are making
It's
so,
so
much
cool.
money.
It's just like there's
I
all
think
these
there's-
just places, and it's all kinds of different.
It's
You know, the way
I think
they
there's
they
money to
name
be
them and
lost,
everything, and
though,
it's
too.
like
I mean, did you get that feeling too? Like, I don't know if that was the first time you'd ever been to a place where it was legal. Like, you've been to Amsterdam or anything like
No,
that.
never
No,
been
no.
there.
But I mean,
No,
going
I've been to
going there,
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
That
it was
Yeah.
it's such a freeing experience because it's almost like you're just like, oh my god, like it's finally, and you still have that like specter of like this is it's illegal or whatever,
sure.
so you still feel weird about it in a way, but at the same time, just being in the shop, it's almost like you don't believe it. Like I never in a million years thought it would happen. Did you?
it's one of those those. Oh, it's like a candy store.
Oh yeah.
And they have so much shit.
One of those.
Yeah, exactly.
One of those.
Spend like couple $100 just be like and that, and they're like show you the. You know what really got me is the vape cigarettes with the. Oh man, I didn't get it when I was there because I had to get everything else. But next time I go there, I'm just gonna be like, oh god, what's up with that?
Money to be made. I
Right.
can't believe
So the tax money.
the
Oh, my
government.
goodness.
I can't believe that's how stupid our government is.
Mm-hmm.
They go, no. They could make.
Well, I think there's a lot of money to be lost.
Oh right. In the police,
Pharmaceuticals
the
and all that.
pharmaceuticals
Yeah.
and the policing of it is an industry. The war on drugs
Oh my
itself
God.
is like. What?
That's
No,
still,
no, it's-
that's still part of the
Are
war
you
on
okay?
drugs.
Yeah.
I feel like you just had like an epiphany. You're like,
No.
Oh my god.
No. When you said the war on drugs, it was like just hearing it makes me like, ugh. Like
I see what
you know
you're saying.
I mean?
It was
It's
like.
Yeah. I didn't know how to respond when you looked
right,
at me. I was
right. It was so funny. Sorry.
You repulsed Jesse.
like, yes.
I thought you. I thought you were
He was like,
honestly,
"Yeah."
I thought you were like, oh my god, here he goes again.
You just
Fucking
heard,
Black Lives Matter
Yeah.
again. God damn it.
This is talking about the drug
You just
war
heard-
again.
Oh, jeez. Here
you
it
just
goes
heard
into his
Jesse throw up in his
blocking the
mouth.
black guys. Ah.
That's what I was asking. I was like, that's so funny.
That's how on edge we have Greg about the whole
Oh.
stuff. Just hearing me go, oh my
Very
god.
sensitive.
He's like, oh,
It's like, this had nothing to do with Black
Yes.
lives. They all lived. Everyone.
wait, wait, this that
so
never
anyways,
happens.
so it seemed like it would never happen. Like the
Yeah.
whole like because because people would say it would happen. Like, oh, Marlboro has their a cigarette package design.
But there's look at Florida, declined it.
right.
Ohio declined it.
Mm-hmm.
There's states that
all
don't.
crazy people, all the crazy people live.
And one thing with Florida, Florida, they actually had the guy coming from Las Vegas. The I can't remember his name.
I
but-
know the tycoon.
Yeah, the one time he threw like $2 or $3 million into fucking dumbing up the dumb.
Yeah.
You know, like if people going against it. But the thing in Ohio was actually weird. Is there is sort of like the reason why they turned it down in California is because there were certain restrictions and just like laws within it that would make a de facto cartel. They were like,
Right.
only these. We're only giving
Yeah.
out 5 licenses, so only these. And so I think they're gonna vote upon it again. In Ohio is in the
They're
general
gonna do
election.
it, yeah.
and then they're gonna do it right, where they said no, we don't want like it does. And the fact that they would even make so they were being like, okay, it's gonna be illegal, but you're like, but if you want it to be legal, we want like to put a monopoly on
Right,
this,
right,
and
right.
that's where you're like, well, this
It's
is
supposed
crazy.
to open up a new enterprise, like a
oh,
whole new.
they spent-
right,
they
right.
spent
That's why
the-
Colorado did it right, like that. Yeah,
$25 million for
Mm.
in that campaign
advertising for it.
for it.
Oh my goodness, the government did, or who
Whoever.
did? Oh, okay, right. Oh, of course they did. Right, those entities
The
that would
people
that
that-
would right.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just don't understand what people think is going to happen. Like the people who are against it. Like as far as you were saying before, with your point about when you went to Colorado. When I was in Amsterdam, it's like crazy. The first thing
You felt that too, right? When you
when
went
you
there,
first go to the
you were
first
like,
place,
it's just fucking
I,
freedom.
it's like I
This-
came
this-
fucking
this-
thousands of miles
such
from
a
my
small
home
thing, you
to
know?
do what I
Like-
do every day at
Right,
home and
right.
just to be free when I'm supposedly living the land of the
'Cause
free.
That's like
You
when
know
I
what
go to
mean?
those different countries or even different states. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking smoke, like bring weed or try to like smoke weed or anything. You know, I'm already, I can smoke weed at home. I'll figure it out. You
No,
know,
I
it's
never
like-
do that.
It's one of those things.
That's
So
crazy.
No, I never
bro.
do that. I
Yeah.
bring
You're
weed
gonna
all
end up
everywhere
getting
with
your
me.
fingers fucking cut off. Fucking
right.
with hedge clippers. I've
You're
seen
like,
those
yeah,
movies.
come
Fuck
back,
that.
come back here. You know.
Fuck that.
But yeah, you go to there and you show up to a legit shop. And the best thing about it too is
Menus.
that they're like, you want sativa or indica, like you know what you're getting. Whereas like it's always a crapshoot here, and there's a lot of
I'll
times
be
when
honest. I didn't even.
you didn't notice the
He
difference.
doesn't know the difference.
Oh, well,
I don't even care.
It does.
You
It
tell
does.
me.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Do I get
Yeah.
high?
Yeah.
Then let's do it.
For me, it's indica all the way. Or no, wait, is it sativa?
You don't
fucking
even know your own
man.
preference.
See, that's
Just shut up.
I always get the two
Trying to sound
confused.
so I get them too confused too. So
Fuck you, Greg.
It's sativa. Pretty sure it's
Do you
sativa.
know? Do you know what you'd be
hipster.
looking at if you looked at it?
No, that's the problem. I just have to ask people.
Oh,
What is this?
Yeah, I'd be
this
like,
is awesome.
Which one is this? Like,
he's
well,
the one person going. Oh
and then-
yeah, this
yeah.
is like a real body.
Drug dealers never know. They're like,
Body hug.
this is like the
I have
mango
a body
thing,
hug.
like with the
The
this is
connoisseurs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can taste the citrusy mango.
Well, there's a difference between it. There's from what I remember now is this sativa is one that's sort of like an upper. It's kind of like coffee, where you don't get that like down. And a lot of times people will be like, "Oh, you want the indica because it'll relax you," but that's the thing that makes you feel like I can't move, I can't get off the couch, I'm dying on the inside.
I haven't felt like that in a long time.
Yeah.
Right. So if you went there to Colorado, which you should, if you have any sense, you go there and you, like order it up. Tell them like get one of each thing, like get one of each edible,
Get the sampler platter.
and then one of each like
The edibles are.
Oh man, they're off the charts.
Yeah.
They make the craziest things with it too.
It's
like,
different.
It's like candies and things
It's
like that.
different.
Dude, I had a
It's
roast
a different
beef
high.
sandwich.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The edibles in general. Yeah,
I had a roast beef fucking sandwich, dude.
Well, they can make
That wasn't lettuce
They
snack.
can
ham?
make the
It wasn't oregano.
Yeah.
they can make the mayonnaise out of weed.
No, man.
No,
This roast beef.
it was
made-
the roast
The roast beef itself.
This was some fucking weed beef. Weed beef. These beefs, they only lived on fucking weed.
Oh, well, you know how like the THC goes to your fat cells,
Yeah.
man. We fed the cows
Yes.
weed.
Just weed, man. Nothing but weed.
Nothing but weed grass.
They're so plump.
Is that what that stuff is?
Yeah.
right.
They're
bro.
so plump. They say you get a contact high when you cut them open.
I mean, could that be something we could do? Because I really would enjoy that.
Weed in the beef? Oh my god, we corner the market on that shit.
Oh my goodness.
Weed beef.
Billionaires.
This is weed beef.
It sounds like a
It
strip
sounds
club
disgusting.
name
It
or
does.
something.
It sounds horrible.
Of course it does.
We could sell it.
But
No,
have
no,
you-
yeah.
Have you ever like the
It'd be like a Slim Jim, but like
fucking
weed.
stoners would start opening delis?
Snap into it.
It'd be a fucking stoner deli.
Yeah.
Fucking come on in and try. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, fucking. You like roast beef, man?
Came in for some cold cuts, bro.
Well, I got something for you, man. Do you like lettuce, man? And do you like parsley, man? I like it on myself, man. Yeah, man, we got all that shit, man. All right, man. It's free, man.
Yeah, it's meats and
Yeah.
weed.
Yeah.
They
Why
went out.
did I
They went
think
out
of
of
that?
business
They'll
really
give it to
fast.
you free. Hey, man, do you have any fucking Grateful Dead tickets?
They barter. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got, bro? What you got?
Dude, they're not together anymore. Yeah, man, but seriously.
Jerry Garcia died.
Yeah. Bob Weir, man. Oh, we didn't upset you there, did you?
No.
Are you not a fan of the Dead?
I hate the dead.
Oh, okay, all right.
Jerry
I
Garcia's
don't
been
get
dead
it
for like
either.
I
15 years.
I shouldn't
man.
say
I
hate
know.
the dead. I'm
Yeah, I don't
not
get a
fan.
lot of that stuff, like the dead, like fish. It's like,
I'm not into that shit. You like
Ah.
that shit.
Well,
You
I
to be
like
around
Dave
people with
Matthews, so that's-
smelly ass feet.
Smelly
Oh
ass
my
feet.
god.
Well, I'm into like.
I feel like Dave Matthews
that
is like
whole-
fish if they didn't totally commit to like
Right.
the lifestyle.
I haven't been able to listen to anything since 2000, but that's also kind of like saying I haven't been sucking dick since 2000. You know, so it's like either way, it's
What?
No, I meant
I don't
like,
know if that's what that means.
No, I relate listening to Dave Matthews to sucking dick. Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
think listening
so.
to Dave Matthews sucks
Well, that's what I was
dick.
saying. So you can't be like, oh, I only listen to Dave Matthews until the year
Yeah.
2000.
No, it's best
Yeah.
just not to say those things.
Yeah.
Like once you've admitted to listening to Dave Matthews,
They've already got you half
Sandler-
strung up already.
Sandler's a
Like-
sinking ship, man.
You're already typecast.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't like get out of that and, like, parse it and be like, no, his later stuff I understand. I don't get what people were into, but the early stuff I really liked.
Stoner number 6. Dave Matthews.
It was experimental,
Yay or nay?
I was in college.
Nay.
Yeah, all right,
it's-
I'm
it's
with Stoner
official.
6. Yes.
Everybody
Nay, of
thinks
course
Dave
it's a nay at
Matthews
this
fucking
point,
sucks.
But in 1998, it was a yay.
It never was a
Sorta?
yay.
It never was a
no,
yay.
it wasn't a yay.
All right. Well, I was at an impressionable young age at that point. And,
Yeah, and
I
I guarantee in '94,
it turned
Crash
me on
Test
to
Dummies
it.
were
Crash
a
Test
yay.
Dummies. Dude, that's not 1994.
Yay.
That's
In
like
1991.
1991.
1998, it was still acceptable to say, oh, shit, what was the band we were just talking about? I forgot.
I don't remember either.
I forgot the point I was going to make. I was going to make a joke, but I forgot the
Oh.
band.
Oh, Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah. In 1998, it was still acceptable to say, hey, who are those fags who are listening to Dave
Yeah.
Matthews Band?
That's just Greg and his buddies.
Uh,
They're gonna go play rugby.
we're gonna go to a rave and then afterwards do some drugs.
Yeah.
and drive
You
around.
listen to Dave Matthews going to a rave?
Listen to Dave Matthews.
Oh,
It's transcendental.
I'm pretty
experience.
sure that turns it into a circle jerk.
yeah.
It sounds disgusting.
Well, no, I drew the line at like I remember showing up to a rave at one point. I was like, oh, I saw this. It was like in Gainesville. I saw this guy that I knew from down here, and I was just like, oh, okay, it's a rave. Like people were getting into it and everything. Like, this guy's like massaging this other dude. I'm like, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of weird.
Go
Just
to
like,
a rave and don't be on drugs and watch
That-
everyone else, and that'll probably be enough for you to ever
Right.
you'll never
Never
need
go-
to see.
You go to a rave?
I've never been to a rave.
You've never been to a rave?
Never
No,
been to
I
a
ain't
rave.
Never
got
been?
time.
No, me
Ah,
neither. Only
shit.
Greg. More Greg.
I've been fucked up and like we had at a hotel room and shit when we were like
Yeah.
18 or 19.
Had my own rave.
Yeah,
Sure,
I mean,
yeah.
but this one thing happened where we took some rolls and I didn't know this guy and I didn't really.
Shit gets weird.
I was
No.
gonna say you took some rolls with some dudes, bro.
No. It was all of us on New Year's with this guy. These guys just showed up and they're like, oh,
That's
they're
that's
rolling.
usually how it
And I
happens.
guess he was too, and the dude
Started
started
taking
like,
off their clothes.
rubbing my face. He's like, "Doesn't it feel good?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, it feels great." And like, stop, like, please don't touch me. And the bitch did it again, and I was like, he's like, "Doesn't it feel good?" And I was like, "Dude, fucking get off me."
Oh man.
All right, stop rubbing on my fucking face.
Yeah, people get really weird on
Like,
it.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's never fucking appropriate to touch a grown man's face, unless you know.
Oh no! I mean, no touching. I mean, come on. It's like a little bump a fist when you meet, whatever, something. But beyond that, it's like don't like maybe if I know you really well for a long time, like maybe do like the little bro hug thing. But after that, like on the way out, I don't know.
It's fucking bullshit, man. I don't know. Anyway, that's my story about that.
Yeah. So Elon Musk warns we must get to Mars before World War III
Who's that?
breaks
Who the
out.
fuck is he?
Who's that?
He's the guy that used to be a partial owner of PayPal, and now he's a billionaire.
I thought he was the cologne guy.
And
thought
he
he
runs
was-
that SpaceX thing where they're sending like the rockets into space and everything.
NASA?
X.
I don't know, man. I thought it was
No,
some
it's like a
sort of
private space company that sends rockets into space.
Yeah, and you never can come back.
The ones that are going to send you to space, or
Yeah.
Can we put Kanye West on one of those things?
Well, no. Well, what's going to happen is they basically are going to like lease it out to NASA or whatever, and there's going to be like in commercial shit that is going to happen, obviously too. But this is like the first step into.
they're not the bus to get to the moon, right?
No, I don't.
What
think
do you
so.
do when you get to the moon?
Right. There's a lot of
Well,
like.
they're going to put people. Aren't they? They want to put people in space, right?
Right, because that's the next step. We got to get off this planet, man. I'm telling you. But no, but
Good luck with
but
that.
what he's saying is mankind may only have a brief window to set foot on Mars before a disaster such as a third world war makes it no longer possible. Elon Musk has warned. But if we know anything from
So-
Rocky IV, that's just not going to happen, man.
Oh, and
I thought it was going to happen back then.
So like
it was so close. And then what happened? Soviet Union fell. You're like, what the fuck? Like, shit. Like, I don't know. I think it's something about nuclear weapons that just makes it, like, a non-issue where you have these little tiny wars everywhere, but, like, nobody wants to fucking go, like, toe-to-toe. No big countries. I mean, it's not good for business at this point since it's, like, all the...
Plus, no one's ego can take a big loss. None of these big countries can take. You know what I
Well,
mean?
it's just, like, everything's so interconnected.
Right.
Back then, it would be like, oh, China lost, and then, everyone else is okay, in some respect. But if China lost now or something like that, it would be like, oh, shit, like, that's where all our stuff comes from, or,
But going back to this guy real quick, so pretty much what he's saying is that before World War III breaks out, you need to hurry up and invest in my company that's going to pretty much send us up and set us up. Like, he's pretty much just doing it as a ploy for himself.
Oh, that's
to try
a
and,
really
like,
good point.
Yeah, that's all. It's total bullshit.
I never
It's
would
just
have
him
thought
trying
that
to-
it was like a PR ploy to be like,
Yeah.
hey.
Before everybody dies, give me all your fucking money
Who else
so I
does-
can
who
get us
else-
to Mars.
Sure.
Who
Take
else
us to
does
Mars.
that?
Yeah.
Why does that seem so familiar?
Yeah.
That whole shtick. We were like, hey, like everything's gonna end real soon, so you better give me money now.
People are
Right.
looking for reasons to be afraid, so
People
they'll like
love
throw their
that.
money. They love to be afraid.
Well, that's
of
the
shit.
conspiracy angle too. A lot of times, like I was really into that for the longest time, and it just like
Oh,
after
you
like
gave up on Black Lives Matter.
after like yeah, exactly. I gave up on the race war. I'm like, it's coming any moment now. When am I gonna get to roll over on these white people? My mom's gonna be so surprised. It's like, what are you doing? It's race war time, white lady.
That's
Sorry,
it. Your time has come.
Drew a line in the sand.
Are you the line? Considering you're mixed,
I
are you
got
the
a
line?
taint of the tar brush. I gotta go where I fit in.
That was
No,
awkward and fun.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
it went weird. So he warned that only be a brief moment. I don't
Man,
think.
fuck this guy.
Yeah, let's
man.
move to the next story. Fuck this
Fuck
asshole.
stories.
Jesus
Sucks,
Christ! Why
man.
don't you guys pick stories?
He's
Stop
at the
being a
computer.
pussy.
It's bullshit. It's such bullshit. So the Star Wars movie's coming up, and
Move to the next story.
one of the guys
Next.
that
Yeah.
See, Stoner number
man,
6 agrees with
I
me.
don't like Star Wars, man.
Never seen it.
you never seen it.
You're gonna have to see it. You've never seen
this-
Batman either.
No, I won't.
Have you seen Batman yet?
No.
Ah, man, it was on the other night. I was gonna call
I
you.
got
Which
taped,
Batman?
I got it.
All of them, the newest ones. Christian Bale.
The only one that was good was The Dark Knight.
They were all okay.
Oh, here we go.
I got it recorded. I'm gonna watch it.
All right.
The original. Sorry.
Not Star Wars.
Oh, not Star Wars. You cut that one out.
Wait, was this a Star Wars story? Because I'll cut you off again.
No, well, I understand. I came from an era where it was like, after a certain point, you couldn't talk about Star Wars anymore.
I don't like Star Wars, okay?
No.
Because I wanted to see.
And you cut it
I
off.
wanted to see.
Now
I wanted to see.
Harrison Ford in
Harrison Ford was one of my
Indiana
heroes
Jones.
Yeah.
Until he did that stupid Star Wars, and now that's all I can see him as Han Solo. Han Solo. Well, he's not. He's Dr. Jones, but he's stupid Han Solo. Man.
All right, so a castaway who was stuck at sea for 14 months,
Holy shit.
which, mind you, is the longest time someone was
How
ever
is that
stuck
possible?
at sea and survived.
Seems like a hoax.
He is being sued for $1 million and accused of eating his shipmate.
Oh, well, that answers one of my questions.
Is that like the other person's like part of the
Way
money,
to jump the so he's being sued by relatives
Of the guy he
who
ate? Or
accuse
by
him for
He was-
eating the relatives.
Was he on
who
an
survived.
island?
on a
Let's see.
ship?
On a
A
ship.
vicious storm pushed the boat out to sea, and the pair survived by catching fish and birds and drinking turtle blood.
Then why'd he
urine.
eat his friend?
Turtle blood?
Yeah.
Well, fuck, he wasn't there very long. I mean,
14 months.
oh wait, 14 months on turtle blood?
I was going to say, at what point did he eat his friend? If he was eating fish and shit, at what point did he like, all right, fuck this?
He's like, you know what?
And how long did the friend
I want
last?
some long pig.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they said it doesn't really say how long he lasts, but it's just, when they ate birds and urine or drinking turtle blood, Cordoba eventually died after making Alvarena promise not to eat his corpse and find his mother and tell her what happened.
Oh.
The guy kept the corpse in the boat for 6 days for
How do they
company.
know this? Did he snitch on himself?
Yeah, until he realized he'd lost his grip on reality and threw it overboard. He was found on a remote island after 348 days adrift, which is the new world record.
There's no way. There's no
Yeah.
way.
So
But-
now the
and-
guy that died is their family's demanding the money.
Why would you tell, like, even if they found the body, how they tell you ate him? Oh, a shark bit him.
Well, I think it's just something they brought up. It's like I believe that this demand is part of pressure from the family to divide the proceeds of the royalties. Right, because he has a
there's-
story for it.
Oh.
That's a clever.
There
fucking-
we go.
That's
now everything makes sense.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a clever fucking lawyer. Whoever latched onto that was
You know, I
like,
don't think they can do
I think I got an angle for you here.
Well, if he's going to make a movie about the story or sell the story,
Yeah,
he
but I don't
absolutely.
think they can do anything.
Didn't they already make that movie?
Because the dude
Yeah,
died.
Alive? Didn't they do that?
The dude died.
No, it was Castaway.
He didn't eat anybody in Castaway.
There was no one to eat.
Right.
He ate Wilson.
Did you see the director's cut?
He could have eaten the
Totally
He ate that bitch at the end of the movie. He drove to
totally
her
ate
house.
Wilson.
He could have eaten the fucking the pilot.
Is that why he crashed?
Well, it wasn't the pilot's fault. I think it was.
Huh?
Huh. All right.
I don't remember, man.
That's a good
You
thing.
don't remember?
Shut up.
Has anybody
Feel
seen
like-
Castaway the movie?
Oh, Jesus. It's good.
Don't you have any Christmassy stories?
No.
No.
Yeah, that would have probably been a pretty good.
I did share one
thing to
story that
bring up.
was
We
where I did.
never-
No, I did share one story. I don't know if you can bring it up there real quick. I don't remember all the details, but it was about some lady who was getting a bunch of shit because was supposedly bought too many presents for her kids, and
Oh,
like people were
yeah.
complaining about it. And like, and actually, I see if you can find it real quick to find the details. But it seemed ludicrous to me, as someone who got like nothing for presents as a kid. No one was like, "Hey, your parents aren't buying you enough stuff. Let's let's
thing
report them.
The
you know?
whole thing was she posted a thing online, and it was like a fucking pile of presents.
Hey, whatever.
It was a big ass mountain. It was you look at it like as from like kid eyes, you're like, damn, that lady was fucking doing it up for her kids. And people were like shaming her,
Yeah, trying to shame her.
being like, how dare you spoil your kids like that, blah blah blah. You don't know all these other
Because
people
they
that
can't do it.
can't afford
Okay.
all this other money, and you're giving the. And
That's
it's like,
more reason why she should, if you ask me.
well, to me, it's just, it seems crazy, to be like, she wasn't like doing it from a place to where if she was like, look, I got all these presents, fuck you guys.
She should have done that, but it's not like she's out like. I mean, think of all the other stuff she could be like. She can be a fucking junkie or something and not taking care of her kids or shit like that. You know what I mean?
Much where she was like, I want to give, because it's one of those things. They're only that age for a certain amount of time.
Right.
This is where I look like I'm buying like stuff for my like for my sister's kids, where I'm like, I want to get them like a couple little like big things because there's only two of them.
Right. Exactly.
There's no other people I have to buy it for, so I don't have to worry about it. So for them, like I look at it where I'm like, I'm not gonna have kids ever. So this is like, so I can imagine like a parent being like, you only have the kids for like this certain amount of time. Like you kind of want to spoil them because even like past like like the teenage years, it doesn't have the same effect. But when they're young or whatever, and they're in that whole like I like Christmas shit. It's kind of fucking. It makes a difference to be like give them some cool shit. I guess, but at the same time,
it seems stupid to me. I just like, who the fuck are you people to say?
Right. Just
You know what I mean?
I could understand. It was like they're only getting one present. Fuck these kids.
Right.
Like that's something to maybe like get on people. Like
Yeah, the other way around. Like
it's the intent. It's the
right.
intention.
Are you?
Yeah. She wasn't trying to like show up other people. And she just
but that's what the people take it as. It has nothing to do with it.
You think you ought to tell someone you can't spend that much on your kid?
Right.
There's kids out there that don't get shit.
Right. Well, that's why.
And that's the way it's always going to be, bitch.
Right.
So don't bust my balls.
Exactly. That's ultimately my point.
Man.
Yes.
Like fuck, man.
Thank you, Scott.
Oh.
People need to stop being such pussies. You don't need to share every fucking thing.
right. That too.
You know what I mean?
As far as that lady and everything, it's like imagine all the trouble you bring upon yourself. Like just
She just wanted all the haters.
just talking to people online, and then all of a sudden,
I just think people
because think about it too. That's got to be the scariest shit ever. So like that's the thing you're totally known for at that point. Like from that point on, you're like because with the whole way
that's
everything
the
goes.
bitch that really loves her kids.
Yeah.
What a stupid bitch. Can't wait to see what she does when she has grandkids.
yeah.
Fucking whore. People are so fucking stupid, man.
All right.
Like, people need to stick their fucking nose out of other people's business and stick it back up their own stupid fucking ass where it used to be.
That's pretty flexible.
Fuck, man. It's just like people worry about shit way too much. You know what I mean?
It's easier to pay attention about other people's stuff and complain about their
Yeah.
shit than to look at yourself and fix your own shit.
Exactly.
Are you looking at Facebook now?
No.
Oh, okay.
He loves Facebook.
All
He
right.
does. That's fine.
Well, we're wrapping it up.
Are we wrapping it up?
Because we never got to tell fucking.
Rap.
I never got to tell my
We never
story.
got to tell the fucking
Oh
story.
well, that's no.
'cause
Let's do the story.
I was trying to, but you guys kept cutting me off.
Oh,
Cut it.
Proceed.
Go for it.
Proceed.
Stoner number 6.
we would love to hear the story.
Okay. Back in like 1982, they filmed A Christmas Story in my,
Zero was born.
in my hometown. And one night,
What was your hometown?
Cleveland, Ohio.
What a shithole.
I'm sorry,
What a
bro. I'm
shithole.
sorry.
And so one night, me and my buddy were at the bar, and we decided we knew that they were filming downtown, because back then it looked kind of like 30s, 40s, what they pictured in the movie.
Sure.
And we decided we were going to go down there and be extras on the movie set.
Well, that's cool.
Now, remember, it's like 1982, 1981, 1982. They were filming at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, because that's the background. They were building this huge skyscraper. It just looked, that was when they could do it. So we decided to go down there. We were going to be in the crowd. So when you watch the movie, and the opening scene is they're in the parade and everything, I was down there for that filming. So me and my buddy, we were at the bar, It's 2:00 in the morning. Bar's closed. Hey, let's go downtown. See if we can get in the movie. Now we're dressed in like jeans and circa 1982, maybe leather jackets.
Definitely had an AC/DC patch on.
Might have. I might have. Yeah. So we go down there and it's cold. I mean, it's like 10 below zero. I mean, it was 0 degrees, and wind's blowing. We're freezing our asses off, and we muscle. You know, what they do, and they've got everybody lined up on the street, and the band, and the marching band or whatever.
Parade.
The parade was going down the street, and they had we wiggled our way up into the front. We were right on the street, and the director's coming down the street, and he's reading. You know, he's giving all directions to everybody, and all of a sudden he looks and he sees me and my buddy. And now, mind you, everybody else is dressed in like 30s, 40s outfit, and here we are in our leather jackets.
It's like a fucking docking.
Yeah, it's like he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing here?"
Yeah,
and
who's
it's
doing
like,
the stroke?
He's like, "You get out of there, get out of there," you know. So some people came over and they kind of pushed us away, and there was probably like 3-4 people deep on the sidewalk. So the director went one way, and we went the opposite way. And we wormed our way back into the crowd.
What?
And we were standing right on the street, waiting for, here come the director back from walking down the street. He walks back up the street, sees us again, and he's like, "Hey, I told you guys can't be in this, get out of here." And we're pleading. We're like, "Come on, man, we just want to be in this movie." And he's like, "All right, finally." He's like, "Go, you got to stay back there." He's like, "You're not even dressed. You can't even, Right. So when you see the Christmas Story this year, look for me in the
AC/DC jacket.
In the opening scene of the parade that they show, and I'm in the crowd somewhere.
The leather jacket on.
He's credited
with
as
a leather jacket on.
Stoner number 6.
Stoner number 6.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna look for it.
Yeah.
The legend of Stoner number 6 continues.
That's how. Yeah.
It's the thing it's sort of like the time traveler, like they have in those pictures.
It was so cold that night. They had cars from that era, and they were keeping them in like the convention center, and they pulled them out, and it was so cold that the paint cracked.
What?
And they borrowed these cars from people. You know what they do with movies and everything.
Sure.
And they had to pay a little money.
They're probably like, "Holy Christ! Look at my paint job now, Mac. I mean, look what you did."
Yeah, it's expensive.
And they filmed the actual house from that movie is.
You robbed it at one point in your life.
Well, still under
You did exactly what the dogs did in the back door.
Allegedly. So, but you could go to the house and, the original house, and they've got that stupid.
Take a dump in the bathroom.
They got that stupid fucking leg in the.
It must be Italian.
Yeah.
Oh, they have it all set up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But, it's in a shit neighborhood.
Well,
it's Cleveland. It's Cleveland.
It's the nicest. It's actually the nicest house on the street.
Well, that's what they say you don't want to own,
because they, everything else was like what the house looked like back in the movie. So,
Right.
Yeah. But it was pretty cool. So when I tell everybody that I was in the Christmas Story.
That's pretty cool.
Man, that's pretty
Stoner
awesome.
number 6.
Yeah, because the movie's.
That's
awesome.
That was my one and only. Other than this right here.
Oh, this is a new peak for your career.
Second credit.
Yeah. It's going on my resume.
Oh shit!
It's
talk show co-host.
We're gonna have to get you on. Jesse's gonna be doing a little a side thing called Into the Darkness. And we need to get you on there, and you could just be the voice. It'd be like, "Into the Darkness," with Jesse Thompson. You could be in the background.
Can you talk like Vincent Price?
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
You could be in the background. God damn it! Why doesn't anything ever go right for me? Jesus Christ! I mean, I give and I give and I give. And then Into the Darkness with Jesse. And then you say something. No, you don't say that.
Oh, I did.
You just start complaining about fucking.
Oh,
I thought you wanted to. I thought you
No,
wanted
he's
to.
the introduction. Yeah,
I
man.
That was the introduction.
I just come in and start talking.
Oh, okay. Then you go Into the Darkness with Jesse Thompson, and then he says,
whatever.
whatever.
Scott Weiland died. I
Yeah.
like it. So, you know.
But you got to be real
There was a story I shared, but
deep
we didn't
and
bring it
dark.
up. But it doesn't matter.
deep and dark.
Are we about
Yes.
ready for?
The end?
Yes.
Well, I guess we are. Well, first off, I want to thank Stoner number 6.
Yes.
Oh,
Come
thank
on.
you, thank you guys for having
He
me.
came
Thank
through
you.
in the clutch.
You know,
Unfortunately,
everybody have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone have a
And a Happy New Year.
safe holiday.
Safe holiday.
Yeah, man.
You
And-
gotta
So is
say
this our last for
holiday.
the year? Are we not? I know we're not doing next week. Are we going to take off the New Year's week as well?
I guess we should play it by ear.
Alrighty. So maybe we'll see you before the New Year. Maybe
Or
not.
maybe we won't. And we're signing off for Greg, too, because he's a dick.
He already got left to go take.
I have to pee for the 15th time.
See ya.
We're done.